What's up, y'all? I'm your host, the Pretty Law Plug, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of Beyond Redaction. And if you're new here, thank you for being here. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this episode along with other episodes. Now, before we jump in, let's get into this disclaimer. The content shared on Beyond Redaction is for informational and educational purposes only. I am not an attorney. Nothing discussed on this podcast should be considered legal advice. Please do your own research and verify all information with qualified legal professionals and trusted sources. All right. As we know, on April the 8th, 2026, there was a shooting in Houston's Confession restaurant by two camps, NBA YoungBoy's Ben 10 and Detroit's own All-Star JR. Now, allegedly, JR was being robbed for his chain. And after that, there was a little scuffle and a gun fell out, allegedly, and he pew-pewed two members out of the NBA camp and shot somebody else that was not with either party. Now, he's being charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and he's facing 15 years. So I want to explore a little bit if he in fact has a self-defense case, because they was robbing him of his jewels and stuff like that, or at least attempting to, or is it not self-defense? Will he go to jail and do this 15 years? Now, looking up the laws in Texas, they says that under Texas law, self-defense can be a strong defense for All-Star JR. He's reasonably believed to be in danger of of serious harm, and or robbery, and the force was used immediately was necessary. All right, bet. But the thing about that make it tricky is, and this is the question I want to pose, does trolling on the internet now make you not a victim, right? Because all throughout these last couple weeks, he been trolling Ben 10, making TikTok dances, do the Ben 10 challenge. He's been dropping songs. Just really trolling the man. And so now you kind of not looking like a victim, you're looking like the aggressor. Along with police statements saying that he did not speak with police. He fled the scene, and now it's alleged that he wiped off the gun and set it behind the host stand, and they have it on video. So what y'all think? Y'all think he going down, or y'all think he got a good self-defense case? All right, y'all, let's take a look at the video.
New tonight, a man faces a federal weapons charge after a shooting inside an Upper Kirby restaurant left two people with life-altering injuries.
That's all according to the new federal indictment detailing what investigators say happened inside Confessions and in front of customers back on April 8th. ABC 13's Tony Atkins live outside Confessions tonight.
And Tony, according to the indictment, investigators say the suspect even posted about the shooting on social media.
Yeah, Erica, they also say he made music videos referencing the shooting just days after it happened here. And tonight we're learning more about what federal investigators say happened that night. Jeremy Ford, better known as Michigan rapper All-Star JR, is now in custody. He picked up a federal charge in connection to the shooting at the restaurant Confessions on April 8th. The U.S. Attorney's Office charged the 36-year-old rapper with unlawful possession of a weapon as a convicted felon. The complaint says he was prohibited from having a gun following a 2014 home invasion conviction. Court documents detail more about what happened the night three people were shot at Confession, saying it could have started as an attempt to take the rapper's chain. Court documents say it turned physical and a gun fell. Ford allegedly picked it up and began shooting as people ran to an elevator for their lives.
The individual, again, that was being robbed or assaulted, and I guess you would consider it a robbery as physically as they were being with this guy. Once he finally presented the weapon and started shooting, he fled on foot, and we don't know where he went from that time.
Surveillance video in the indictment show the man investigators identified as Ford firing the gun. and at one point turning toward one of the men lying on the ground, shooting them as they laid motionless. Another surveillance photo shows him allegedly trying to wipe and leave the gun on the hostess stand at the restaurant. Since the shooting, investigators say the rapper traveled back to Michigan, where he posted videos on social media and released a music video that, according to the indictment, referenced the restaurant and the shooting itself.
You should know. HPD on Instagram post was beautiful. I ain't the one, that's why your lick turned to a murder.
2 people were injured in the shooting, and the indictment says one of the victims lost sensation in his legs because of one of the injuries. A second victim allegedly lost his right index finger. Records say the third person shot had minor injuries and wasn't part of the confrontation. I visited Confessions and spoke with the owner about the arrest. In a statement, he says they're thankful for the work law enforcement has done, adding they've taken additional steps to ensure safety measures since the shooting.
All right, y'all. Man, I personally think J.R. Smith needs like the donkey of the day. Because, bruh, all right. To me, you were going to beat the case, bruh. You were going to beat the case. You was going to pew a few guys and go about your merry way. But you JR, All-Star JR, you dumb N-word, bruh. You idiot. To go on the internet and taunt the paralyzed and taunt the disabled was crazy. Bruh, it's like you like, all right, feds, come get me. I had too much freedom. Come get me. Cause bruh, all you had to do was just pretend, act, bruh. All y'all N-words do is act, bro. Y'all act anyway. Like, I can't even just, man, niggas. All y'all niggas do is act anyway. All you had to go and do was act like you was scared for your life and you was in imminent danger, and I was so scared that when I seen the gun I just reacted. But nah, you went and made a billion videos, YouTube videos, and started TikTok challenges and was paying people to have the best one. Man, you deserve freaking, where's Charlamagne with the donkey of the day? You deserve donkey of the day, you freaking idiot. You dumb nigga. Dumb niggas, bro. All right, man. All right, y'all. Let's transition into Trump's big, beautiful bill, man. All right, this one I take real personal right here. So you Donald Trump supporters, you people that put this man in office, I got real beef with y'all. Because that bill hindered my Grad PLUS loan. Them Jones is null and void. The Grad PLUS loan. All right, so basically, if you hadn't been to college and got your 4-year degree, you're fine for right now. It does have a little stipulations on the Pell Grant, but not too many. That's like minor discrepancies. But graduate students, people pursuing master's degrees, people pursuing higher education, law schools. Law schools, doctors, social workers, teachers getting their masters, all these higher ed fields, PhD people. Now, because of the big beautiful bill, only people getting their masters that can only borrow up to $100,000 in the lifetime of the program, and only $20,000 per semester. Y'all look up. Yeah, when y'all get a chance, y'all like to use AI. ChatGPT this. ChatGPT, how many master's programs out there cost $20,000 a semester, and you see how few there are. Going to like higher education, JD programs, getting your law degrees, medical school. So their stipulations now are $50,000. They can borrow $50,000 a semester with the not maxing out $200,000. So let me say that again. They can borrow $50,000 a semester, but not limited to. They can't go over $200,000. Look up again, ChatGPT, how many law schools there is, how much law school costs per semester. I probably only know one school, shout out to UDC, that's even anywhere close to affordable like that. So $50,000 a year, and it's what, $20,000 a semester? Oh, $50,000. Yeah, $50,000 per year, and you got to break that into 2 semesters, so $25,000 and $25,000 a semester, with a lifetime of $200,000. Bruh, do y'all know how much trouble black people are in, bro? Like, I feel like this is an attack on black people because we are the main ones using these kind of programs. Everybody I know went to that got their masters or got their PhD or whatever the case and went to law school. They borrowed the max amount of loans because that was allowed before the big Dookie Bill was passed. You can go to law school. If law school for 3 years was $300,000, you can borrow $300,000 and just work off your payment plan. But now, shoot, if your law school $300,000, bro, you got to come up with $100,000 because you can't go past 200,000. You can't go past 200,000. You got to make sure your credit right because you only can. Where you gonna get the extra $100,000 from? Your parents? You gonna have to go to banks and trying to get personal loans to take out your stuff, or you're gonna have to find cheaper law schools, which is probably going to bankrupt some of these law schools and PhD programs and master's programs. And I don't like to sound like no doomsday person, but man, we in trouble, and I'm in trouble. I'm like, dog, I'm supposed to be in law school. This what, matter of fact, this is a life lesson, bro. Where the camera at? This is the life lesson. If God tell you to do something the first time, you better move. You better move because you don't know what's in store. 3 years ago, I was supposed to be in law school. This wouldn't even affected me. But me, scared, like I told you in the first episode, scared to go to law, scared to death to take a test, doubting myself, acting like God ain't God. And I'm sitting here 3 years later trying to get in law school because I'm trying not to be affected by this bill. Because you can get grandfathered in. So if you already borrowed federal graduate loans before, this the deadline, y'all, before July the 1st, 2026, and stay continuously enrolled, that's the key part, continuously enrolled in the same program, you may qualify for Grad PLUS borrowing for up to 3 more years until your graduation. Meaning, boom, if I went to UDC and I got accepted into law school for fall 2026, I can get grandfathered in to the program. But the stipulation is I can't transfer. So if I don't like UDC is not working out for me and I want to transfer to Howard, I don't like Howard is not working out for me, I want to transfer to Southern, somewhere else, FAMU, whatever, for law school, that's now going to put me into the big, beautiful Bill's Grad PLUS situation. I'm no longer going to be grandfathered in. Man, that's a doozy, bro. Like, I feel like a lot of industries is going to be affected. I feel like we already lack doctors. Like, we already are understaffed, under professions with doctors. I feel like there's less than 2% of black people that are in the legal field. I feel like a lot of teachers are gonna be stuck just with bachelors, and it's gonna be hard to get secondary education, your graduate education, masters and stuff. They're gonna have to bank on their jobs, giving them discounts to go to certain schools and stuff like that, because it's not gonna be affordable. Like, it ain't gonna be affordable. And I get, because looking at the big beautiful bill, I get what they're trying to do, but I'm like, bruh, the debt is what the debt is, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all be trying to do stuff to get out of debt to save face. Let's be real. We not getting out of debt. We in like a trillion, as the United States that is, we in like trillions and trillions of dollars in debt. We're not getting out of that, bro. We're not getting out of that. So just to see the bill and really understand the workings, and that's just surface level. That's just the Grad PLUS loan. I wanted to speak on that because it directly affects me going to law school, and I know it's affecting some of y'all, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that junk just stressed me out for real. I'm stressed out. So I want to get a different take with celebrities being the public figures they are, do y'all think that celebrities, when they get in relationships, should sign an NDA before they get in a relationship? And for y'all that don't know what an NDA is, it's basically a legal contract where one or both parties agree to not sharing private information with others or the public. That's what an NDA is. All right. So a lot of famous people already do this when it comes to like sexual acts and stuff like that. I'm proposing that celebrities should start signing NDAs before they get in relationships. Now, thinking of the scope of things, I see why they might not, because some of these fake relationships is be publicity stunts, and every which way, like they just be doing it for the views or the notoriety or to boost their failing career, or to go out with a bang. But I mean, for the ones that's really in relationships and it get ugly, like not just Meg the Stallion, but y'all even know what's going on with like Boston Richie and his ex and all them allegations that's going on, and that's some wild stuff. But like, should celebrities sign NDAs before getting in relationships? And I personally think it's a good idea. If I was a celebrity, because me personally, I wouldn't do stuff for clickbait and likes and notoriety. I'm not that kind of girl. Like, that's not my steez. No shade to nobody who it is, but that's not really, I'm more authentic with mine. I would hate to be in a relationship that goes ugly, especially of infidelity. Just say I cheated on my behalf, and now they taking to social media because they're either less famous than me, or maybe they're equally famous than me, but they still want to beef up their case, and they taking to social media with my private business or what I done. Because at the end of the day, God give grace, not like God give grace. So like, if I am like, he give us all grace. Like, we all mess up. We all do things. People are not perfect. And I'm not saying I ever cheat on my significant other. I'm just saying that I wouldn't want my private business in the street. Like, so the NDAs, I think, is a good idea. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I didn't even know if I was going to address this because I'm not really that familiar with dude, but I ain't lying. It's just the more and more the case goes on, it's just getting real crazy, like real weird. And I ain't gonna lie, it's a little interesting. So I'm not sure if y'all know, but the rapper David, who goes by David Anthony Burke, is facing an extremely serious criminal case in Los Angeles tied to the death of a 14-year-old girl, Celeste Hernandez. And he has pleaded not guilty. His charges he's faced with include, but are not limited to, first-degree murder, continuous sexual abuse involving a minor under 14, mutilation of human remains, special circumstances alleges like lying in wait, allegedly killing a witness to protect his career. Y'all. And I don't know if I needed like a PG-13, this ain't for kids, like disclaimer too, but y'all, that's some of the most egregious stuff I ever heard. Sex with a minor under 14? Like, my niece like 12. Like, and they saying he was, 20 when she died? He chopped up her body, y'all. And then, not to mention, he had her in the trunk of his car for months. Like, I don't know if y'all ever dealt with a decomposed body or like been around death or like even in a funeral home, like, but like the smell, to drive around LA for months with the smell, y'all. Like I said, I ain't know too much about dude. I never listened to his music. I've never really heard of dude until this case. But bruh, that's some Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer type stuff. All he needed to do would be to equal Jeffrey is eat the body parts. And who knows? That might not have been far off of what he was on though. But he pled not guilty, and they said the prosecution has an extremely high amount of evidence against this dude. And he pled not guilty. I think he facing the chair. Yeah, he probably gonna get the chair. Yeah, he probably gonna get the chair. He probably be like the first execution Texas did in I don't know how long, because he gonna get the chair. I lived in Houston. Them white people out there don't play. And I'm not saying that like I agree with it, but boy, you ever get in trouble in Texas, boy, you can count that as good and gone. Man. Whew. Dog. This dude mutilated. They said he cut off her finger because she had a tattoo of his name on it. I don't know. Somebody gonna have to like let me know more information about this streaming community, because it's more facts coming in. I'm just not real privy to like the streamers and stuff, because they said that he made several songs about getting away with it and not getting caught. And then even up until when he got arrested, they was claiming he was being framed because of the songs. Like, this dude is a real sicko. Like, this dude is a sicko. Like, I mean, like, it's like Jeffrey. No. It's like, what's your boy name? Man, it's like Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, the Zodiac Killer, and David. That's my top 4. That's my Mount Rushmore of sickos. All right. Yeah. Add him to the list. And I never thought nobody black could do that. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never thought nobody black could be like a quote unquote serial killer. Because I know like King Von, like technically by definition, King Von was a serial killer by how many alleged murders he had committed. But like David is a real sicko. Like, that's different. That's just, the King Von was in beef. Like, David is a sicko. Like, he's sick. It was a baby. She was a baby. She was 14 years old. And they say he knew her. Like, he started the relationship when she was 11. She was a baby. And he killed her because allegedly she was going to try to end his career, and it had been exposed that her age had been exposed. Yeah, I don't know about this one, y'all. That one had my stomach turning. Like, I really ain't even want to speak on that for real, but yeah, I had to, because that was just sick. Like, that's some stuff I watch on like Criminal Minds or like something like that. Like, you know, like, but man, this has been a fun episode, y'all, because I don't get to come on here and talk to y'all that much. But yeah, once again, this is Beyond Redaction, and I want y'all to like, comment, subscribe, send this to everybody you know. I mean, everybody. And y'all, stop commenting without posting Beyond Discussions. Hashtag Beyond Discussions. Stop commenting in the comments without Beyond Discussions. If y'all do that, I'm gonna read. If y'all comment with Beyond Discussions, I'm gonna read them on the show. I'm gonna read y'all questions on the show. Anything y'all want to ask, anything y'all want to say. All right. This is Beyond Redaction. I'm your host, the Pretty Law Plug, and we out.